What's up, everyone? Here with the official product review of the BAMF Hammer 2.0. Yes, this is the second rendition of the BAMF Hammer. Pretty excited about this. I am just so happy that Sean was able to rally, get this out to market and really improve on his first design. This is a very, very cool company. It's something that is made, it's a true startup, it's a true entrepreneur. I love that this is a one-of-a-kind type of invention. Essentially what these are is a very durable, very well-made hammer. Hammers are a really unique style of free weight resistance inside of your gym. They provide a counterweight. It's not an evenly distributed piece of resistance. And with BAMF Hammer, what you get is a very, very dense rubber mallet. That's what this is for, and that's important because these can be used to slam. You can hit the ground, the concrete, the pavers, the turf, anything with this hammer. Now, keep in mind, even with the rubber, it is going to provide a little bit of impact to the object that you're hitting, especially if you are someone who's slamming it. So make sure if you are doing that, I like to hit a crash pad or a sandbag or a tire. It's kind of my go-to move, but these can be used on more surfaces, unlike normal hammers, which are of course made from like a steel mallet or a metal head. So BAMF Hammer has really changed the game with what exactly the design for hammer training can be. Let's talk about it. So for the BAMF Hammer, we went online to find the pricing. You've got anywhere from 5 kilograms all the way to 25 kilograms. This is not the 25 kilogram, this is the 15 one. We left the big one down there on the ground, but it's huge. It's about this big as the size of the mallet. Now, with this, you've got a difference of pricing based on the size of the mallet. That's normal. That's how it would be if these were kettlebells, if they were dumbbells. The more weight, the harder it is to create, the more materials that have to be used, and the more it is to ship it. So the price differentiates. For the 5 kilogram, it's $105 per mallet. So per hammer, you're gonna spend $105 plus shipping. And then you've got the bigger ones, and they go all the way up. They range like every 2.5 kilograms. You'll see that on the website when you go and check out Sean's place. The bigger one, the 25 kilogram, is $205. So there's a $100 swing between 5 and 25 kilograms per hammer. Now, there are exercises that require you to have 2 hammers. If you wanted to do, maybe double-handed swings or, some kind of a double slam, I suppose, if you wanted to do that. But honestly, most of the exercises that I have found that I use the BAMF hammers with the most are single. You only need one. So don't feel like that price is going to break your bank account if you go and you want to get some of these. If you've got the money to get one, just get one. You'll have a lot of exercises available to you with just one hammer, maybe a few different sizes, and you should be able to play around with those from there. That being said, I'm gonna give this a 6.9. 6.9 for the category of pricing. I think it is gonna be an investment. And for what you're getting, you are getting a very, very durable piece of equipment, so you can expect that it's not going to break on you. This is designed to be slammed or tossed around or hit on the ground. So, rest assured you're not going to get something that is going to break on you immediately. It's a very, very strong piece. And that goes into the next category, which is quality. So quality is one of the most important aspects of any piece of equipment, I would say. If a piece of equipment is expensive, I can at least in my mind justify that if I know, okay, the manufacturer or the inventor is standing by this piece, I have a return policy, I know that if I am buying something that's even more expensive than I'd like, it's going to have quality behind it and it's going to stand the test of time. BAMF Hammer certainly does that. As I said, this is the 2.0 version. I had the 1.0 version. Honestly, they never broke either, and these are even more well made. So well done to Sean. I'm going to give this a 7.5. 7.5 for quality. That's a good score. Very good score for quality for the 2.0s. Next, let's talk about usage. So as I touched on earlier, free weight resistance using hammers is specific. It's very, very unique, and it does come with some very cool and very different style of movement patterns that you can implement for mobility, for flow, for hit, for strength. Whatever your goal is, you can find something in these to implement on your own. That being said, this category is very, very important when it comes to the creators and the education they provide along with the content, along with the product that they've made. The content that Sean puts out is very educational. You are going to need to follow this company on Instagram if you are going to buy one of these. If you're going to be throwing these around, you're going to be using them safely in your gym, you're going to have an understanding of what it is you're trying to accomplish and the way to do those movements. The Instagram for BAMF Hammer is a really, really good place to start. It's nice. They do show a lot of different movement styles, not just Sean himself, but a lot of other coaches and creators that have used these. It's a really nice library of different options for you to use. Make sure you have an understanding of biomechanical movement before you decide to swing these things up and over your head, especially in a public gym setting where you have the possibility of maybe injuring someone else. Make sure you do it safely. So footprint. Footprint is the 4th category. Now, This one, I'm sorry, I don't even think I touched on the usage score. I apologize. 7.1. 7.1 is the usage score for the BAMF hammer. Like I said, it's going to require some education on your part to know how to move these. They are very specific to what they are. So obviously, this is not a Nautilus machine. This is not a functional trainer where you've got dozens of different movement patterns. You will have a lot of stuff you can do with this, but you're going to have to self-teach for a lot of it. You're going to have an understanding of what you're doing. Don't just buy these. You need to buy these with intention. So that score is reflective of that. It's got a very, very wide bandwidth of different movements you can do, but you need to educate yourself on those. Next, we have footprint. So footprint for these is very good. Even the big one, the big 25 kilogram one, it's really only about that big of a footprint. So if you've got a corner of your garage, you could drag these with you to the gym. But in all honesty, they may be a little bit bulky sticking out of your bag, and you may get sick and tired of dragging them in there, and ultimately you have to be that guy in order to be dragging these big things into your public gym. But if you are somebody who's either a coach or a home gym owner, they're a very, very, very smart addition for your space. Again, they provide variety. I like that. For me, I don't like to have my option in here as a possibility to get bored. I don't want my clients to feel bored, and I don't want to feel bored. So I like having pieces of equipment like this lying around. So I always have the option when I periodize, when I coach, to throw these in and just mix it up a little bit. The footprint is good. The product is good. We'll give the footprint a 7.9. 7.9 for the BAMF Hammer 2.0. I like them. I think they're very, very well made, and they actually fit together very nicely. You line them up. You sort of don't even have to space them up that much, and you will be able to cram these into a very small area if that is the need. Last category, customer service. This goes back to what I was saying earlier about the fact that you are going to have to educate yourself when you buy these. This is the score that really boosts this review. Sean and his team have done an excellent job of showing these, showing what they can do, and showing off the different movements that him, his team, and other coaches are using so that you have an understanding of what you're trying to accomplish and the options that come with this. I'm going to give this an 8.1. 8.1 for the customer service of BAMF Hammer. Sean's always been great. I had a lot of questions when I first started using these. Of course, this is a very different piece of equipment, not something that traditionally finds its way into training, but I love it. As I mentioned, I like variety, and Sean is really good at accommodating. He's very, very good on Instagram. If you have questions, just DM him. He'll make sure to get back to you. 8.1 is the customer service score for BAMF Hammer 2.0. That brings the grand total for the BAMF Hammer 2.0, 7.5. 7.5 is the official product review for the 2.0 BAMF Hammer. Love these guys. Very cool. Honestly, it's a great piece of equipment. It's got a lot of versatile movement patterns that come with it. Again, there is a bit of a learning curve when it comes to these things, but stay safe, educate yourself, and you will really enjoy using these in your training.